Hey! Hi team! So, again, if you've seen any of my other video, I apologize in advance for my crazy giant dogs. We're outside because they are being too crazy to let me do a live video inside. So, we're hanging out outside right now, and if they get out of hand, I apologize. You'll probably hear some growling. They're both pretty young puppies and they play hard. So you'll see them running behind me right now. Anyway, so I wanted to go live, and as you can see from the description, it's real talk, passion, and my why. So a little bit of background. I listened to the national team call from this morning today, and I also watched a video from my Diamond upline coach, and one of the things that both were talking about was passion and commitment and how you keep going when it's hard. And I think that was one of the things that really resonated with me and why I wanted to go live. So as I talked in my first video, I talked a little bit about why I'm here, about how I like helping people and I wasn't getting what I was looking for from like my 9 to 5, and I really wanted to do something different. So a couple of things that I've realized from my journey so far with Beachbody, passion is a big one. So I am surrounded by amazingly passionate people. My boyfriend is so passionate about music. He's really good at it. He's a fantastic guitar player. He's in a band. He's actually at practice right now. They practice 2 times a week. He's phenomenally passionate and good, and he loves it. One of my best friends is absolutely passionate about marine life, specifically sharks. She absolutely loves them. She cares about them. She has a lifelong dream and plan to start her own conservation-based nonprofit specifically around fishing practices and sharks, and they are so knowledgeable about the things that they're passionate about, and I'm not. For the last probably year, I have been realizing that I don't have a passion. I call it a thing. I don't have a thing. There's nothing that I do that I'm practicing 2 times a week and dying to do. I don't spend time reading and researching about this thing that I just speaks to my soul. I don't have that. I am a very passionate person, but I tend to be passionate for a while and then I find something else. I am very passionate about learning new things and trying new things, and then they kind of fizzle out. That's kind of where I'm at right now, and I think that my journey here has been really one for me mostly. I don't have a lot of challengers yet. I'm not really working with a ton of people, which has actually been pretty great so far. I really have been able to focus on me, and that's really what this is all about. This whole journey is about figuring out what you need and figuring out how to get there. And I think one of the big benefits that I have found so far is that I'm really learning a lot about me and what makes me tick. I think that so far I have given up. When things got really hard and I felt like it wasn't immediately my thing, I gave up. The only things I have ever really been so passionate about that I didn't give up on them were my beautiful fur babies. They're over here playing in the dirt. They are digging. Always digging. So they're really, so far, the only things that I have not given up on. Like, I will defend them to the death, and that's pretty much it. I don't really have any other, like I said, I don't practice any kind of music or anything. I don't run out on the weekends. There's nothing that really keeps me up late. And I think a big part of that is, number 2, that I lack discipline and commitment. So I am not a person who like commits to something and I'm super disciplined about it. I have kind of sucked at keeping up on being consistent with my workout. When I don't post, it's usually because I'm not doing it. And I think that's been really awesome to learn through. Because I'm not super disciplined. It takes work. It does not come naturally to me. I didn't just I'm not a fitness person. I am not a disciplined person. I am real. And I think that that's been really cool to kind of see so far. Just to admit, I guess, that while I am really passionate about a lot of things, I'm only passionate for like 5 minutes. And I really want to get better about that. And so far with Beachbody, I have decided, I've made a very conscious decision not to give up. I could have, and then I wouldn't be here going live with you, and I would be watching Netflix and probably drinking some pre-mixed margaritas that I have in my fridge from this weekend because it's delicious, and just being lazy, and it would be great. But I have decided that part of passion is getting through that first part. So in thinking about my best friend and my boyfriend and their passions, they didn't just pick it up one day and it just worked and they were really good at it. And my boyfriend has only been in this band for about a year. It's not something that happened right away. He didn't just join a band and become a rock star. It's something that he had to work at. Like, it was a hobby before it was a passion. And in listening to especially the video that my Diamond coach posted today about how she's been struggling, and last week was really hard for her, and just thinking about that, and like, yeah, it's really easy to just give up sometimes. Like, it's really easy to say, this is too hard, it's not fun all the time, and to just stop. And I think if you can get through that, that's where the fun part comes in. That's where it starts to be fun. And I do really, really enjoy what I'm doing. When I do my workouts, I absolutely love it. I love the community and the team that I have found in Beachbody. My coach is amazing. I love reading her posts and listening when she posts a video, and I'm really excited to start a new, really intensive training next week. And I think that's going to be the turning point for me. And then that kind of goes into my why. So I talked a little bit about my why being wanting to help people, and that's definitely true. But I think my why is ever evolving. Every day I'm finding a new why. And I think so far I've had to recommit to this journey a few times. And one of the reasons that I'm recommitting is because I'm finding a new why. Like, every day I have to find a different why to keep going, because the same one doesn't work. So helping people only works as long as people need my help. So on the days that that's not true, I have to find a different why. And I think my big why is that I want something to be passionate about. I want something that keeps me up, that makes me feel full. And I really want to show other people that this is very possible, that this is something anyone can do. Trust me, I am not a fitness person. I am not ripped. I have good genes, so that's cool, but that's not really great either. I mean, I do still have to work, and I haven't been, and I can feel the difference. Like, I don't feel well. And that's something I really want to get to. I think a lot of people look at you and they think if you don't look like you're unhealthy, then you're healthy and that you're done. And that's not true. I feel much different than I look, I guess. And I think that's mentally is something I really want to work on. I want to be able to help other people with my journey and my story. And I just want to be passionate. I want to be a person that other people look at me like I look at my best friend and my boyfriend, and just listening to them talk about their passions and watching them live their passion is so inspiring, and it's amazing. And I want to have that for other people as well. I want to be able to inspire other people. That's something that I've always wanted to do. And it's taken on a different life for me every few years. The last year of my life has been amazing, life-changing, absolutely. There have been so many new things in this past year, and I think that this is the perfect time to really uncover passion and really understand what that means and work. I think that's the big thing. So I also wanted to welcome a few new people. We've had a few new likes on the page, a few new people who are watching the journey and joining us. Everybody feel free to post on the page. I do have it open so that anyone can post on there if you have questions, if you have comments, if you have a story that you want to share. Why are you here? I think I mentioned in my last video, I kind of put it out there to tell me why you're here, whether it's private message or on the page. Just put out a little thing about what brought you here and what you're hoping to get out of it. I love to hear feedback. I live for it. So yeah, I think that's all I have for you today. I just wanted to talk a little bit about passion, and I think that one of the big takeaways is that this journey isn't just about fitness. I'm not just selling you a fitness program. I'm not selling Shakeology to you. I really want to embark on a journey. I have started on a journey, and it's been eye-opening in ways I'd never thought possible. Yes, at the core of this, it is a fitness program. It is Shakeology, but that's not the biggest thing that has happened for me. What's really happened for me is a lot of personal development. It's one of the most important things that we talk about when in coaching, is personal development, and I think that's the core of this program, is really about personal development. It's about figuring out you. The fitness comes with that, the commitment and the discipline, but really figuring out you. That's been the biggest thing for me so far, and the hardest thing for me so far. Doing the workouts is not difficult. There are some that are super fun. They're not hard, but it's like uncovering commitment and unlocking that is really the hard part, and it's really the most important core takeaway from this whole program. If you guys have any questions or if you have any comments, definitely drop a comment. Throw up a post, but I just wanted to stop in for today and give you a little bit about me. So yeah, and keep looking. I'm going to be putting some new stuff on the page. There's a new offer. Kind of look around on the page and keep all of that in mind, and definitely message me. But yeah, so welcome, and think a little bit about your passions this week. Bye!